Konnichiwa, Sekai, and welcome to a very spooky special for the Aster region, my Pokemon fan region combining the Midwestern United States and the Kansai region of Japan. For anyone living under a rock, at the time of this upload, it is currently October, aka Spooky Month! Halloween is my favorite holiday, so I decided to make some really Halloweeny ghost types for this video. Which, I'm not gonna waste your time, let's get right into them. The first of our Spooky Month Spookymon is a Pokemon that might not be exclusive to the Aster region. This is Color Scream, my submission for the Maza region fan Pokemon contest thing that Subjectively is doing. It's based on Spectre's color television, because that was invented in Mexico but is used in America a lot. And it can read airwaves, like with its psychic energy, hence its little antennas and things. It is a ghost psychic type single stage Pokemon. You know, something that you could probably find in like a haunted house, but it's probably not going to stick on your team for that long. Like I said, this might get featured in the Maza region, so be on the lookout for that. Color Scream, the broadcast Pokemon, a ghost psychic type. These Pokemon can read airwaves projected for broadcast, however the overabundance of airwaves in the modern day may be detrimental to their mental health. Now before we get into the next one, my region has a real cyberpunk theme to it, and cyberpunk was very influenced by the 80s. So, what's a Halloweeny thing from the 80s that could possibly fit in with this region? Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters. That's right, I'm basing a Pokemon line on the series mascot of Ghostbusters, Slimer. But I didn't just want it to be a Slimer Pokemon, so with Wiglet recently revealed, making regional fakes a thing alongside regional variants, here we have Gulpin, a little ghost-type goo monster that happens to look like Gulpin, though they are completely unrelated. Every RPG these days has a slime in it, so I made Gulpin here, a basic little blue slime that just happens to look like Gulpin through convergent evolution. I also loosely based it on that one yokai with the really fleshy face. Not really sure what it's called, or if I could even pronounce it. So it's not just a little Slimer.
Gulpin, the slime Pokemon, a ghost water type. Gulpin are made from an ectoplasmic slime that dissolves any food they consume. As a result, they have large appetites. Let me tell you, its evolution Slimeot was hard to design.
I kept trying to make Slimeot look like an original fake of Swolot, same with Gulpin and Gulpin. However, this time around it just didn't work for a good design. So I leaned more into the flesh-faced yokai base as well as Slimer itself to make a design that was actually aesthetically pleasing. I gave it that big tongue to make it could look like it eats a lot, and now its eyes are like completely folded over by its gooey flesh.
This one is a lot more obviously a Slimer Pokemon, as I gave it a green color scheme to contrast Gulpin's basic slime blue.
Slimeot, the slime Pokemon, a ghost water type. Slimeots are noted to be hard to train because of their eating habits and messy slime they leave everywhere. Training one requires much patience. And next up we have one of the lines I am most proud of. Here we have Asterian Golett, a ghost and digital type. Golett by itself was already man-made, but it still retains its original ground typing because the original Golett is more magic than technology. So, Asterian Golett is essentially the same spirit powering regular Golett, plugged into a more high-tech body. A ghost in a shell, you could say.
I took some cues from Magearna and actually based the main body around a Pokeball, since I figured that would make it a bit more cute and likable, especially since it's supposed to be a consumer product. And I gave it a cute little smile on its screen face. Isn't that adorable?
Golett, Asterian form, a ghost and digital type. These Golett were designed to act as personal assistants to their trainers. As such, they are capable of any chore or task you could ask of them.
And now, one of my favorite Aster region Pokemon, Asterian Golurk. I had a Golurk on my Sword and Shield playthrough. I named him Dwayne, he was awesome. So I decided to make my own Iron Giant of a Golurk, despite the fact that it's not a Steel type. I imagine that while Golett are used for smaller jobs, you call these guys in when you need something big to do the heavy lifting. Honestly, one of my inspirations for this was Cyborg, particularly from the Teen Titans, color scheme-wise. I just like how the blue of the little circuitry complements the overall silver and white design. Golurk, Asterian form, a ghost and digital type. With their durable carbon fiber bodies, these Golurk are often employed as security. They're also significantly lighter than their counterparts.
And now for our final and creepiest Pokemon of the night. This is Corona. Not to be confused with Corona, it's kinda just a coincidence. Corona's name is a combination of Kuro, the Japanese word for black, and the Japanese word for woman or girl, depending on context, Ona. This Pokemon is based on the urban legend of blank-eyed little girls that come up to your doorstep and try to trick you into letting them into your house. This Pokemon is kind of similar. It hangs out at night trying to trick trainers into letting it into their homes, where it will then cause utter havoc because it is a troll. It's for that reason and its evolutions that it is part fairy type, because it's a little fey trickster.
Corona, the blank Pokemon, a ghost fairy type. This nocturnal Pokemon enjoys playing pranks on unsuspecting trainers. It's known to sleep in cemeteries during the day. When it evolves, Cherubi brings in another urban legend to its design, though I'll explain that when it gets to its final evolution. For now, this is Cherubi. This Pokemon is just as much of a prankster as its first form, though it's more of a shut-in, staying near its cemetery homes rather than going out. It pretends to be statues so it can catch trainers off guard and scare them. The patterns from Corona that vaguely look like a dress have now shifted to more of a shrine maiden kimono, which is ironic since angels are from Christian mythology, and shrine maidens are typically associated with Buddhism or Shintoism. I also positioned the arms in a way that looks like she was either crying or praying. That's up for interpretation. Cherubi, the angel Pokemon, a ghost and fairy type. Cherubi are less likely to leave the cemetery than their younger sisters, however the love of trickery remains. And now, to finally reveal the secondary inspiration for this Pokemon. This is Malevangel, based on the Black Angel of Iowa City. The Black Angel was a statue commissioned by one of the unluckiest women in the world. Basically every important person to her died sometime in her life, and when she died, it is supposedly the statue turned an eerie black, as if she had cursed it somehow. The reality was it just oxidized, same thing as the Statue of Liberty. Malevangel is clearly one of the waifu bait Pokemon for the Aster region. That's kinda obvious, I feel. I also brought in design aspects from the Heavenly Woman yokai, which is what inspired its pose. It furthers the whole false angel thing. It may have a halo, but this is no angel. Malevangel, the angel Pokemon, a ghost and fairy type. It's said those who anger this Pokemon will be subject to an ancient curse. Regardless, it is quite an irritable Pokemon. And there you have it, some Spookymon for the spooky month. What do you think of these ones? Would you add any to your team? Regardless, make sure to like and subscribe so we can get some more videos out there. My next planned video is the other one I promised it in the digital types video. Basically, we'll be hitting out some more of those. But until then, happy Halloween!